Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we are taking a deeper dive into our thoughts about Porsha and Shemea's friendship on RHOA.
Listen, welcome back, RHOA. It seemed like y'all was gone for 3 to 5 years, right?
Yes.
We have reviewed the show. Make sure y'all check that out. And I want to talk about their relationship, their friendship, because I am new to this, not true to this, but I got an expert next to me, right? Based on this first episode, just a quick reaction to the first episode, especially with your low expectations of the first episode.
Very low.
Like how low?
To the ground.
Okay, right? Were you pleased with the show?
I was very pleased.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that first episode, and I was glad to see Shamia as the anchor. I was nervous it was going to be Porsha the way that was presenting it.
Yeah.
And from Porsha family values, I'm like, Porsha cannot carry no show.
Yeah.
So I was happy to see Shamia in the anchor position. Absolutely.
And that's the thing about it. I want to talk about that as well, right? Because I think at the end of the day, when we see who's in the middle holding the peach, Porsha is holding the peach in the middle, right? It's supposed to be centered around Porsha. Porsha is supposed to be basically the star of the show. She is the name that we are familiar with, the face that we are familiar with. We've seen Shamea because, they're best friends and things like that. But for Shamea to be full-time on the show, I think they are positioning Shamea as the people's champion, right? To where Porsha... We all know Porsha. She's famous and things like that, especially in the RHOA world and things like that, the Housewives world. But I think they are positioning Shamea to be the most liked by the viewers, making her the new Candy in my eyes.
Okay.
I think they putting her in a position to where, oh, yeah, you may think we tune in for Porsha, but we really like Shamea, which I would ask, do you think that would cause a rift between Shamea and Porsha when it comes to jealousy between them two?
I do think it will. Just to kind of like go back a few seasons of different things that we've kind of seen when it came to Porsha and Shamea's relationship. Who was it? Phaedra was talking about the dungeons and whatnot. Yeah. And she put out there that Shamea was getting it popping with Todd and Candy.
Wait a minute.
And Porsha was sitting up there just being, thing number 2, just sitting up there and what is it, frickin' frack, and she was sitting up there just under Phaedra, allowing Phaedra to say all types of things about her best friend since childhood. So the relationship, it's interesting to me how Shamea speaks up and shows her loyalty towards Porsha, and how Porsha seems to pick and choose her moments. If she chooses at all.
I'm about to say, pick and choose. If she chooses at all.
If she chooses at all. So it does make me think that as Shamea is thrusted into the limelight a little bit more when it comes to RHOA, how is Porsha going to react to that? I feel like we got kind of an example just at Shamea's birthday party.
Help me.
She had this great, big, beautiful, lavish birthday party. Porsha's late.
Yeah.
Porsha's late.
The best friend.
The best friend is late. The time that she arrives to come is when Shamea is getting her birthday gift, and Porsha is all up on Shamea while she's trying to enjoy her car, her Rolls Royce. And then Porsha gets in front of the car and starts twerking and dancing, talking about, this my best friend, this what we do, this how we do. And it's just kind of like, ma'am, are you trying to take her moment, or are you trying to hype her up? I feel like she was trying to take a little bit of shine from her moment and masking it as hyping her up.
Of course.
And even when Porsha was helping Shamea get into her next outfit, she, said, what, girl, like, I'm sorry, like, I came late. And Shamea's like, well, I mean, what am I going to do now? I mean, you came when you came, pretty much.
Stop right there. That's very important. Shamea, I've been friends with people for a long time. You know what Shamea sounded like? Tired.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't the first time I told you.
Yeah.
This ain't the 10th time I told you. This is not even the 20th time. She's basically like, what can I do? I yelled about it. I cried about it. I confronted you about it and things of that nature. So it's almost as if, like, being friends with someone is tricky. Here's how, right? Especially if you've been friends with them since childhood, right? Because that's someone that links you to a past that now become nostalgia. It makes you think of good times with them and things like that. A lot of people are friends with people from high school, even middle school, maybe even elementary school if you have friends from that time. And you can always connect a past to that friend, right? But what it sounds like to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, Blair and everybody else, is that, hey, I almost have no expectations from you, Porsha.
Yeah.
And once you get to a place to where you have no expectations from a friend, you should always have expectations from a friend. I'm not saying that friend should be there basically being your hype man at all times, but there should always come a time to where, or there should always be expectation when it comes to, hey, you're my friend, you have expectations of me, I have expectations of you. The minute that there's no expectation, even if it's one-sided, I think it builds the stage for it to be a split.
Yeah.
I think it builds the stage for it to be a split. So at that birthday, especially since I've learned that, y'all women be late to each other's birthday. I didn't know that was a thing. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that was important to y'all and things like that. Listen here, I learned a long time ago during college that, when it comes to birthdays, right? Because with guys, we just don't care. Yeah. Like here's the address. Come if you want to. You don't have to come and things of that nature, right? But when it comes to women, make sure you're there. Even if I'm not there on time, you're there. You wait. Mm-hmm. Right. I didn't know some people came with a crown. You know what I mean? I did not know it was a big deal. But I feel like Porsha knows it's a big deal that like Shamea's birthday. And for her to be late, I think that is Porsha's way of being passive aggressive and making an entrance on this woman's birthday.
Yeah. I also kind of think about with Porsha and Shamea.
Yeah.
Just Shamea's lifestyle, right? And Shamea has a beautiful home, lifestyle, family, which is like awesome to see because she was friend of the show for so long. We really didn't know how Shamea was living. And Shamea is living amazing. Yeah. Okay. And it's great to see. And I did see some commentary and conversation about people saying like, well, you think Porsha was trying to get with Simon. What was it, Simon? No.
What do you mean? Like Simon is her ex-husband, right?
Yeah. Because I'm trying to think of Shamea's husband's name. I don't know her name. Yeah, her husband's name. But was Porsha trying to get with her African man to kind of like rival Shamea in her lifestyle? And I don't necessarily know. I really don't. Because the way that Shamea was in the Love Wins comments, hyping Porsha up, it could very much be that Shamea was saying like, oh yes, like we can live this lifestyle together. We can do this great thing together. And I think it kind of speaks to Shamea's character over Porsha's intentions. I think even throughout this first episode, we've seen Shamea have Porsha's back. Shamea confront Kelly one-on-one and say, just to let you know, I told Porsha she's my best friend. I'm not going to be in the middle because I'm going to be on her side. You know what I'm saying? And really showing that she is a true blue loyal friend. Yeah. And I think that Porsha, like you said, has probably shown herself in different colors throughout the years. But there are some people who are friends with people just because of the longevity of the friendship. Yeah. I've definitely been around people who where I've met them both, they seem cool, I'm around them a little bit more, and I'm just like, are you sure she even likes you? Yeah, the way that she talk about you, the way like she treats you, the way she talks at you sure this girl is really your friend? They're like, that's just how she is. She's been my friend since we were 8 and all this type of stuff. And that's just what it is. We've been friends for so long. Like, I just know how to work around her. And it's just kind of like, why would you want a person like that in your life? But people allow a lot of things. And it's crazy to see just because of how long they've known the person, And
that's the crazy. First of all, you are no longer my friend if you are part of a lie that centers me being in some dungeon. Right? Lie or truth, whatever it is, right? Yeah. My thing is, you have Shamea over here saying, hey, Kelly, just let you know, not so hard on this question that we all want to know the answer to.
Right.
But yet this whole thing that almost basically got 2 people banished from the show and things of that nature, and I'm the center of it. I didn't hear Porsha one time say, hey, chill out on my best friend. You get what I'm saying? So I think there is something to your point of, hey, they've been friends for we seen the picture with them as children. They've been friends for a long time. And I think with that, there is some type of like, hey, I'm comfortable being around this person because also I know exactly how she is. I know who she is. I know where the bodies are buried. You get what I'm saying? She knows where my bodies are buried. So there's something deeper besides childhood that bonds us together. You get what I'm saying? But I think, hey, one thing about friends like that, you could continue being friends with someone like that if I'm not around you every day. Now we have to film potentially twice a year, right? If we're going to continue on with the show. I think the fact that they are going to make Shamea basically the people's champion of the show while Porsha may be the name, I think that's really going to rub Porsha the wrong way. I think this show is going to create a rift between them two because that's what reality TV does, right?
Yeah.
I think they are preparing the groundwork for it. It may not happen this season. It may not even happen next season. But if Real Housewives of Atlanta consistently comes out year by year by year, we're going to get that. We are going to get that showdown between Shamea and Porsha, and I think it's going to be. I think really I think what's going to be the under noise of it, or basically the underbelly of it, is people going to be in Shamea's ear basically saying, hey, Porsha jealous of you. Porsha jealous of you. Porsha wants this. Porsha wants that. And I think eventually she going to give into it because she going to see the actions of, you're late to my party. You're late to this. You never defended me here. You get what I'm saying? And I think eventually, once you are the center peach, eventually I think Shamea will get first chair and she will get center peach. Then all of a sudden you say, look, I'm the captain now. Mm-hmm. I'm the one with the real house. I'm the one with the husband. I'm the one that these people are aspiring to be. I'm the one that brings the wealth to the show. You get what I'm saying? And I think eventually it's going to come down to, okay, now, Porsha, I understand that you was the center peach, but now I'm the center peach, and you need to bow down, and Porsha's not going to bow down.
But see, and, you know, of course, we don't know either of these people. No. But the way that Shamea comes across is I can't even picture her wanting Porsha to bow down. I can picture her wanting to like attack this thing with her and really being like, me and my girl are going to do this thing and we're going to rock this season of RHOA out. But Porsha doing her little things of, you know, poking and passive aggression and, you know, not showing up to her events on time or not showing up fully present when it comes to being there for her. Mm-hmm. And I think that Shamea, of course, is going to get disappointed because of the length of their friendship. I think Shamea is just going to give Porsha so much grace to the point that Porsha is just going to dig a ditch for herself, you know?
Oh, that is true. Mm-hmm. And also, I want to include the husband on this, right?
Okay.
I don't know how involved he is in Shamea's life, right? Mm-hmm. But usually, husbands usually be the ones to be like, hey, keep your eye on. Like, I understand y'all been friends, and it's probably not my place to talk about y'all as a friendship, because at the end of the day, Porsha was the one who told us, hey, it was Shamea's husband that tried to warn me about these red flags, and I didn't listen to him, right? Mm-hmm. Listen, it seemed like he's good at looking at red flags.
Yeah.
And if he's over here looking after you, I believe he will look at his own wife. Mm-hmm. They'd be like, hey, I understand that's your friend and all, but hey, keep your eye on that. You get what I'm saying? And that can also be an influence. It's all dependent. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I don't trust Porsha. And at the end of the day, I'm going to give her this season, only this season, to prove me wrong. Mm-hmm. I don't trust her when it comes to basically being there for her friend the way that her friend was there for her. Because at the biggest scandal that really could have been a scandal and things of that nature, where we're talking about crime potentially, Porsha was mute. Mm-hmm. And that's wild to me. If you're supposed to be my best friend, right? So I'm very interested in what y'all think. Do y'all think this show is going to break up this friendship, right? Because I think Shamea is about to be positioned as the people's champion. I think they are positioning her to basically be the next Candy, to where she got the real money, she got the viewers, and eventually she's going to have the center peach. And I don't know if Porsha came on the show to be on a cast to where she's not the center peach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any more thoughts?
No, really, no thoughts. Now I'm looking forward to the season. Before I was like, I ain't watching it, but now I'm actually looking forward to seeing how things progress. We even saw a clip of Shamea talking to Porsha about their friendship and certain things within their friendship that rubbed her the wrong way. And I even appreciate her for bringing that conversation to camera to see if they could actually work through their issues, or is Porsha going to deflect and deny? You know, we're going to see how she handles things. And that's why I say Shamea could very well, in your perspective, think that she'll be like, Porsha, I'm running things now. But I really think Shamea is going to give so much grace that we're going to see Porsha for her true colors even more.
Whoa,
you know? And she's going to do herself in.
That's rather a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
Let us know what y'all think. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. We will see y'all Sunday when Real Housewives of Atlanta come out with a new episode.
Yes,
see y'all.
Bye.